Hey there, how's it going? Jeremy here, Consciousness Awake again. Welcome back to another video. There's a few different things I want to talk about in this video, and I don't want to make a long video. The first thing I want to touch on is my last community post. There's a community post about a technique on how to astrally project to focus your consciousness awareness on getting into the Akashic plane, Akashic library, Akashic records. And I want to just explain a little more in detail that technique. So if you read through the technique there in the community post, there's a part where it says start visualizing or imagining your physical body in a free fall state, free falling, like jumping out of an airplane, like skydiving, right? That kind of sensation. If you've ever jumped out of an airplane or skydived, maybe you might need to use just a little imagination or extra visualization to really just feel that sensation of a free fall. But I think most of you can do that very easily. And so what you're doing there, and you're repeating it in cycles. So you're just imagining a free fall for 3 seconds roughly, and then you just stop, and you almost kind of tense up your muscles in your physical body. You tense them up, and you just pause, and then you release the tension in your muscles in your body, and you just kind of pause for about 10 seconds or so, and then you immediately just go back into the visualization of free fall, like a descending free fall. Like you're feeling, the force of that free fall. So again, you might need to practice a couple times to just kind of really get that feeling. Sometimes I notice that I'll start doing it, and then I just have to run through it a few times, and then by the third cycle, or half a minute or a minute into it, it'll start really flowing, and I'll be feeling those sensations. Now, what I didn't explain in this technique on that post, because again, I'm going to make it slim, for a community post, just kind of get to the point with something. But what you're actually doing there is you are applying pressure. You are applying pressure to your astral body. Okay, so anytime you are meditating or trying to have an out-of-body experience or do the art of astral projection, and whenever time you're doing it, there's a lot of importance in how you are stimulating. I use that word stimulating quite often with energy work and stuff, and how you are applying force and pressure to that other energy body to get a energetic response from that body. I find that our consciousness, the energy of our soul, of our consciousness, and our thoughts, I find that once it has any little thread of an actual connection to where you are actually sensing and feeling your other body, your energy body or astral body actually responding, or its own arms or legs moving around and whatnot, the motion of it, how it's the where it's moving to, how it's moving. It makes it a million times easier to perform actual consciously aware consciousness shifts into the astral body or our other energy bodies. And what I always mention too to people, and sometimes they miss this, is our etheric layer, our etheric energy body that's tied into our to all of our chakras, the main 7 and other ones, and micro chakras, all entangled energetically. um, you have to use a good percentage of the energy within your etheric layer or body, and then you're actually sending part of that energy also into your astral body. It's all interconnected. So sometimes it's hard to have, let's say, like a full-on OBE into your astral body, or a fully consciously aware, full memory recall of your OBE experiences, and then recalling it when you're awake again in your human body. A lot of that stuff is difficult to do, or it doesn't really happen at all if there's a disconnect between your physical body and your astral body, with that etheric layer in between. So all of it has to be kind of cohesive and somewhat working, properly in a way, for a full-on, consciously aware astral projection into the astral body. But so I just wanted to kind of like talk about that, how the technique within itself in that community post, that's all it's doing, is applying the pressure and creating the energetic entanglements to make the process run more smoothly. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that a little bit more detail. Also, somebody else was asking about like when you look at an astral plane, like just an astral plane, like what are you actually seeing? And that's a really great question. It's funny how a lot of people who do astral projection or do OBEs don't really kind of talk about this, but or maybe people are just kind of seeing like I'll explain a scenario or example to what I've noticed and what I see a lot of times. But sometimes, like, I think people are actually looking at the same thing, but each consciousness kind of like maybe alters it a little bit. Or remember, we're these non-physical dimensions and stuff. Our consciousness can shape and form things and shape shift and change stuff, and we can reality shift from one world in the astral realms to another world in the astral realms just through thoughts. So there's a lot of mental activity, thoughts going on that can alter things. So I think sometimes that's why people are kind of talking about different things. But what I see is, like for example, when I look at, if I'm just like flying through the astral realm and I'm looking down at a certain angle, I'll see a lot of times just like a grid, and it's just like this two-dimensional, kind of a flat-looking two-dimensional grid-like pattern that just goes on and on and on and on, like forever, and I think I don't think it's flat. I think it's spherical, but it just represents itself as it's just so much bigger. It's something that you're looking at that's so much more bigger than just our surrounding area here in our physical reality. Even though all of these different other dimensions or other planes, they're just in different frequencies, and they're all here at the same time. It's really interesting how that works. But so anyways, let me get back to what I see. So it's, it just goes on and on and on. It almost looks, it's like a two-dimensional surface, grid-like pattern. And then when you go down and focus your awareness and move towards any particular parts of that grid, that's where you'll see different symbolic things, different kinds of symbols, numbers, names, just all kinds of different things. And you'll see almost like little entryways, little portals or entry doors, where you dive down into that like kind of two-dimensional flat surface, but once you get into that particular part of the grid or a particular entryway, you move immediately right into a three-dimensional reality construct. Now, when I say that when I say that, what I'm saying is it's just like here, it's just like it's just so similar, just the way you just perceive things just visually and look around and move around, with the exception that obviously some of the physics within themselves are different than obviously in physical reality physics. And so in the astral realm, and you go through different entryways, different tube-like structures, doors, caves. There's a lot of different things that pop up, and you go through these when you see that grid, and then you just pop up in whatever reality construct is inside that entryway. But yeah, it's just like your senses are all you can smell, you can taste, you can feel. It's basically, yeah, it's pretty intense. Like the sense of smell within itself is amazing, because I broke my nose a few times in my life, so my sense of smell with my physical body, my sense of smell in my human body isn't really 100%. So when I use my sense of smell in the astral body, I can smell like the soil around me, the ground around me, like any plant life, trees, and all those kinds. It's almost like I could even like a hill or a mountains near me, and it's almost like I can smell like what the mountain's made out of. So there's a lot of heightening of most of your senses, all of your senses within that body. But yeah, I don't want to do a long video today, guys. I'm at 12 minutes. So we talked about a couple things there. If you have any questions or want to leave any comments, please feel free to. And if you want me to do more videos like this, trying to explain these kind of things, let me know in the comments, and hit the like button if you found this video interesting. All right, peace, guys. Talk to you very soon. Bye.